What's up, y'all? This is the Water Report.
Water.
Episode
13.
What's it called? What do you call it?
Victory Lap.
Why Victory Lap, dude?
Two purposes, honestly.
All right.
Victory Lap was the last album that Nipsey Hussle, his only album that Nipsey Hussle had, because he had previously 12 mixtape, and that was his first album. So, in honor to him, seeing how he got slain the other day.
Yeah, that's for sure, man.
Unfortunately.
R.I.P., dude.
That and the fact that it's been my birthday on Monday, your birthday yesterday, and then today was my cousin's Fabiola's birthday too.
Yeah.
So,
and then Ramon's was last week. So.
Ramon's was last week, and I always feel like whenever it's our birthday week, it's always like kind of like
we made it. We made another year.
We made another fucking
lap. Damn,
yeah. So
okay.
it's like we've just revolved 365 days around the sun, and this is our like victory lap right now. Like we're in the fucking winner circle right now, bro.
That is dope, dude. That's
how I feel
some
about
knowledge right there, bro.
Nah, man.
You got some fucking knowledge right there, dude.
So back on the whole Nipsey Hussle thing.
Yeah.
So he passed away on the 31st. Assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
Selena. Back in like I can't remember what year, but she got assassinated that same day too.
Really?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah. So, our prayers and condolences to Nipsey Hussle's family.
Definitely. There we go.
And
oh man, that's crazy,
the slain
dude.
victim.
It's. I mean, well, I guess let's just jump into it a little bit, man. I mean. There's a couple stories, a couple conspiracies, a few things here and there. Cameras not being shown.
There's been cameras footage of it.
But there's a main fucking camera right in front of this store that footage has not been shown yet. Because he was right literally maybe from the angle that it looks like is probably maybe 10, let's say about 15 yards away from the actual camera in front of the store. So
well, did you know the whole that was his store, but the whole entire strip that store belonged to actually was owned by him.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He was always like a part he was always.
Are we live right now? Can you check?
We're definitely live, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know when my. Okay.
Well, yeah, we're live because it's on my laptop.
Okay.
But
Cool.
the whole entire strip that he where he had his store called Marathon at, the whole entire strip, he owned it, and he would lease it because he would have, I don't know, the way that he was portrayed in his community was he was always trying to help out. He was always trying to reduce violence.
Yeah, definitely.
And here's the crazy thing. I don't know if you saw this, but the LAPD actually mourned his death. There was a Twitter briefing of it. And they're basically saying the deputy or the main guy in charge, he was like, I read his name 3 times and couldn't believe the fact that I was supposed to have a meeting with him the next day about
gang violence.
Gang violence and working with the LAPD to reduce that and just make the whole entire neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. I know the conspiracy theories that you said it was a part of the documentary and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did my own research on what had happened. And the guy that shot him his name was Eric Holden or something like that.
Yes. Right now he's actually in custody.
He was in custody. He got 2 days later, which is good because I feel justice should be served.
Yeah, he pleaded not guilty yesterday.
I don't know.
Yeah, he pleaded not guilty yesterday, so I don't know.
But I guess the fact was this guy came up to him and was started a conversation with him.
Homeboy?
No, from the news report that I was watching, it was Nipsey Hussle's brother, and he was saying no, they knew him.
They knew him.
Yeah, because from the neighborhood. He I guess they might
gang and everything.
I think they might have grown up in the same block or something like that, but they knew each other from. He was just a known person. Everyone knew who he was. So it wasn't a mystery who shot him. No, it's we know who it was, and I guess how it all started was. This Eric guy came up to him and started talking to him, and they had a argument or something like that. He left. 15 minutes later, came back and confronted him again, and then that's when he shot him in front of his store.
That's some
But
bitch shit, dude.
no, but Nipsey Hussle, I guess, was like he had his friend that just got bailed out, and he went to his store, and got clothes for him because he's like, you're out, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
So he was, let me help you out. Let me get put clothes on your back or something like that, and he got slain right there in front of his store and stuff like that. This is like,
try to help our brother, man.
Yeah, exactly, and this is a safe zone. Like this is like. He created this whole entire like area. The strip was like all like safe for him. He invested money into it, and like
community, like you said before.
Yeah, and he's always been a part of that. Like I said, like he had a meeting set up for like the next day on Monday to like meet with LAPD.
That area is Crenshaw, right?
It's pretty. Ice Cube's from there.
Yeah.
Krayshawn is from there.
The
Gucci Louis
white girl, dude.
All the basic bitches wear it, but I don't even wanna. Yeah, bro, bars.
We talked about her like way. It's like a couple
months
ago. 2 months I think, man. Anyways,
it's been a while, but
that's dude. It's that sucks, man. That sucks. So it was just an argument between two people, basically. It wasn't nothing we had to do with gang. Nothing
gang affiliated.
Doesn't have to do with conspiracy.
No.
Well.
I don't know anything about this Eric Holder guy. I honestly don't know who he works for or what he's about or anything like that. But there are a lot of conspiracies because this Nipsey Hussle was really a part of. He was how can I put it? He was a fan of holistics, like like natural medicine.
Yeah, for sure.
And all that stuff. And I do know that he was working on like that one documentary.
Yeah, so about AIDS and stuff.
Yeah, Dr. Sebi or something like that.
Yeah,
so. That's like another thing. Like that could be like all the government's just trying to control him with all this and that. Who knows?
Who knows? I always like the idea of a conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are against conspiracies. They go, "Oh, where are you getting the truth from the government and stuff like that?" Which I'm not. I'm not always about.
Yeah.
But for this one, man, I mean, it caught my eye just a little bit, but I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that. Oh, maybe it was because the documentary he's working on.
Maybe,
you know what I'm saying?
I would have maybe believed it more if Nipsey Hussle was more of a person that like was like out there flashing money, spending money, all that stuff. But I saw like another interview by him like when he was like 20, and he was like talking about I just want to invest my money in property. I want to invest my money in like in ways that I can help out the community and help the people.
For sure.
And like the guy that was like interviewing him, he was this was like hip hop media outlet source. I can't remember what the name of it, but the guy's like, how about the fame? How about the jewelry, the cars, and all that stuff? And he's like, I got it. Like, I got it because, like, it's a part of the culture,
for sure.
But I ain't, like, all totally about it. I'm like,
for sure.
It's like I want to invest my money wisely and, like, help everyone out, not just me. And I was just like, damn, that's a different mentality.
That's a different mentality at 20 years old.
Especially coming from, like, his environment. That environment, like, when you're in an environment where, like, you're deprived and, like, you're also, like, your senses are, like, always on alert, on high mode because, like, you're in the hood, you might get shot, you might get robbed. Yeah. That is the most, like... That's a different type of like mentality to have. Like, no, I want to help everyone out here.
Usually, people are super selfish. Like, I want everything. I came from the shittiest part of wherever. Now I want to have everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But no, that's definitely a mature mentality. Because, like I said, as we see now, a lot of young rappers, they spend their fucking money on the jewelry.
Yeah.
On
fake jewelry too.
For some gets fucked. Yeah, some people get fucked. On the grills, and the fucking cars, and the clothes.
The chains, going to strip clubs.
And like I said, a lot of these...
and a lot of them aren't even 21 yet.
No, a lot of these fuckers are 18,
all
19.
these mumble rappers are like young as fuck.
Man.
Like,
that's dope. Don't get me wrong. Like, hey, man, I'm not gonna knock your hustle, but like... Once, like I said this before in the past, man, it's all about having that team around you.
Mm-hmm. The support group and all that stuff. That
support group, but it starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all up to you what you want to build. But a little bit of a documentary, man. So basically, like you were saying before, Dr. Sebi supposedly had a cure for AIDS at the time. Went through federal and went to 2 different trials and won both of them.
Wasn't one in the UK?
No, I think it was both in the United States.
Oh, were they? I wasn't too sure. I wasn't because I could have swore. He wasn't an American doctor?
No, not at all. No.
He was he was from Africa, wasn't he, or something like that?
Dr. Sebi.
But was this guy assassinated too, like Nipsey Hussle?
I heard that he was assassinated. U.S. government, or that's the conspiracy. Cause let me just pull it up real quick here. Dr. Sebi
WikiLeaks,
bro. Alfredo Bowman, better known as Dr. Sebi. He's Honduran.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Cause of death was pneumonia, like apparently. Money laundering. I've heard he's had a couple of. He's been having, or he had troubles with fraud and stuff like that too. That's what I heard. Yeah.
That could be a possibility.
You know what? There's not too much information we can actually go out of.
No.
Lost.
How long ago was
this? Medicine without
a license?
Nope. But yeah, anyways, man, it's like you had the natural remedy and stuff like that. Like I said, who knows if it's true? Well, if you're going against Big Pharma, you're not gonna win against Big Pharma, dude.
No, Big Pharma's a part of the government at the end of the day.
Big Pharma's not gonna let that shit slide because once you have a cure for something, where the money coming from? You want to keep having patients. You don't want cures, man.
That is very true.
Yeah. So, fucking, it sucks, man. Who knows how? Is the documentary still gonna be finished?
Nick Cannon is actually wants to support the rest of the funding for it or whatever to finish it. And I read somewhere where he was like saying like they can't kill us all, because like I guess he was believing the conspiracy theories about that too, that how Nipsey Hussle was slain because he was just trying to inform us about something.
It maybe once again that's the way it went down. Maybe it was a way to do it, but because of what it was trying to do with the documentary, it's a possibility. But once again, it's conspiracies, and some people like them, some people don't. I mean, you make your own decision at the end of the day, you know.
That is very
true. A lot of people right now, like I said, people are saying it's all about conspiracy. People saying it's gang violence. People saying it's two guys arguing, but no one's on the same page. I'll tell you that right now.
No one's on
the fucking same page, dude. No one's on the fucking same page how it went down. So, all I want to see is the camera right in front of the store. Let's see how it went down. You know what I'm saying?
But that's still kind of bogus, don't you think?
What?
Like they're just putting out there publicly how we got killed.
Well, yeah, yes and no, dude. I mean,
that's bogus, dude. That's bogus. Like, just think back how Tentacion got killed. There's so many footages of him.
Yeah.
He was like literally just in his car, and these dudes just came up and blasted him. There's also a bunch of people filming it too. I feel like that's very like disrespectful too.
But I feel like as the point of view of a supporter, that you kind of want to see how it went down, so you make
in court purposes, yes, but not publicly. I don't feel like those type of images should be like put out on the internet just for like all, because like some people might seek entertainment in like that type of like torture and that type of like imagery, you know.
For sure.
I still don't like in the court purposes, yes. In all the legal aspect of yes, but like how like everything's so like on our phone, we're able like to put everything out there so quick. I don't think that's right.
I guess for me, from my perspective, yes, you want to have respect to the family and stuff like that. I would want to, but there's so many questions. There's so many different answers that everyone's getting, or conclusions that everyone's coming up with, that a video like that could shine some light on. All right, this is not true. This is not true. This could be a possibility. I
don't know, man. A video of someone getting shot doesn't really shine so much. I think it would be before he would get shot. Like, what was the conversation before?
The build-up, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's where they're gonna get the question.
Maybe not so much show when he's getting shot. Maybe, but at least to the build-up, like, all right, this is how it could have possibly went down. Now let's change up the conspiracy. Remember when the Boeing 670, or whatever the fuck it was called,
437 or
437 hit the Pentagon? There's no video on that. There's no video on that, and that fucking cameras everywhere.
Yeah, there's a video
at the Pentagon.
Not at the Pentagon.
Now with the
it was shot at right across the street at Burger King. They got the only surveillance footage of the actual plane crashing into it.
But was it actually a plane?
It was actually released too.
from your perspective, you're saying that there's actually a plane.
Yeah.
Shot from the Burger King.
Yeah.
When everyone is saying it's a missile. No one's saying the actual, because no, we're talking about a big ass fucking plane. We're not talking about just a small plane. We're talking about a huge fucking plane.
Well, just think about if it was a missile, where are those people at that were supposed to be on the plane?
Well, that's what the conspiracy is. It's a conspiracy.
That's what I'm saying. It was a plane.
It's a conspiracy.
And they did find parts.
Yeah, but where's the whole?
They didn't find. They didn't find the whole bunch of plane.
You're supposed to find a whole plane, bro.
But you know when a plane crashes, it burns up into a fireball, like a fireball, pretty much. It does.
Yes, but it should still be a lot more rubble, especially with the jets and stuff like that.
No, those things blow the fuck up.
But there's supposed to be more pieces. But anyways, there's still that footage from the Pentagon is not released.
They don't have any footage technically from the Pentagon. They got footage, like I said, from that.
But I'm saying there's cameras at the Pentagon, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if that footage came out, it'll give more different perspective.
Yeah. And
that's all I'm just trying to say. If this footage came out for Nipsey Hussle, you'll get a different perspective than we're getting now. You know what I'm saying?
I still don't agree with that. What do you mean by different perspective of Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah, well, people want to know how did it go down? How that one camera could say so much. The eye in the sky don't lie, man.
But the thing is, the court's not gonna how people are they just want to see him get killed. That's what they want to see. A lot of people don't want to see the build up to it. That's very different.
No, for sure.
People are more interested in how it happened, him getting shot, to the aftermath, to how fast people responded to it and everything, and how the guy got away. Mm. Not that many people really want to know what was said. Supposedly there's an argument. Who knows? Supposedly this guy came up to him and presented himself as a rapper to Nipsey Hussle. We don't know.
But like I said, in your perspective, yeah, I can understand the whole video thing. For me, I would like to see it just make my own perspective. I mean, still with the respect towards Nipsey Hussle, but I just want to see how it went down. How it built up, how it went down.
You gotta also know some of these cameras don't even have a microphone. They just record.
Whoa, no, yeah, I'm not expecting audio. No. Yeah. I'm expecting just visual. Just visual, dude.
Because there was technically 2 confrontations with him. In a span of 15 minutes.
In a span of 15 minutes.
He came up. I guess the first time it was he came up, presented him as a rapper, and then he started dissing him, and then they got into an argument, and then he left. Nipsey went to the store, came out, and then when he was coming out, this guy showed up again, and he got shot.
What a.
But the guy it was
crazy, man.
It was because this guy came. They came in a car, but he wasn't the driver. He had some female driving him around and all that shit.
That's a true story. That's crazy, man. That's so.
That's what all the news reports that I've been reading and all the stuff that I've been reading about is just that's how it came down.
That's all some bullshit, man. God damn, how could human beings stoop that low, man? Especially if you're a rapper, dude. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
An alleged rapper. Who the fuck knows if he was a real rapper?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Crazy.
But
could be jealousy.
Could be, most likely.
We don't know.
We're all a product of our environment, and our behavior is influenced by the culture. So, in that neighborhood, it's one of the tougher neighborhoods. Gang violence, gunshots, drugs, and all that shit. So that could have been just a behavioral instinct that he learned because of the culture there.
That's not behavioral instinct. That's just you being evil, dude. All right, you don't agree with what I'm saying.
But it's also that's the mentality that they have there, dude. That's the mentality that they have. So they're just being a product of their environment and influenced by the culture there.
Yes, but I still think evil's evil.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Evil's evil,
but
in
that culture and there, that's a different evil than from what we see it.
Is that an evil for survival? Is that more survival?
It's a fight for flight instinct, but at the end of the day, that Nipsey wasn't. This dude might have been threatened by the fact that Nipsey was in basically his safe haven, and that the people around him loved him and cared about enough for him that they would step in if some shit would have happened. Mm-hmm. So you got to think about it in the terms of territory, how can I put it, bucks or whatever. Mm-hmm. If you go into their territory, they're gonna be or gorillas. Let's go with gorillas. Yeah. If you go as a human, we go into a gorilla sanctuary zone or whatever, they're gonna get like more defense
for sure. That's
and like more alert. That's their area. So this dude was crossing into an area where Nipsey Hussle had all his defenses down. This is like, it would be the same thing as like someone just coming in here. Like, you're not gonna expect someone to come in here and shoot you. Yeah, this is your home. This is where like you just literally like, you're not here to defend yourself. You're here to like just to relax and all that stuff. So that's how it happened. Like this definitely was staged, and jealousy, rage, who the fuck knows what it is. At the end of the day, Nipsey did have ties with like a gang. He did serve time, and he did.
Was he a Crip, right? Am I mistaken?
I'm not 100%, but he was something.
Yeah. The Crip or Blood, one of those two. But I think it's more towards Crip.
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. But that was back in the day. But he was a reformed because he served time in jail for like selling drugs too and all that stuff. Yeah, so he lived a hard life, but I feel like this is like the beginning of like him like just blowing up and like manifesting all the good that he could have like possibly done in the world.
But I know a lot of his music he owned, right?
He owned all the masters, so
that's good. That's as an artist in these times.
That's the best thing.
It's much easier than before in the past.
To own your music?
Yeah, it's definitely much easier. SoundCloud. You yourself could put out shit on Spotify, on iTunes.
Yeah, I guess. But he's always owned his own music, because I guess like at least, I guess when he started doing mixtapes, he would sell them at $100 a mixtape.
God damn.
He was trying to, because he had his own record label too.
For sure.
And like that's one way he was trying to fund his record label.
$100 a fucking mixtape. Fucking.
He had a hustling mentality. He was selling them
for sure. I mean, if people fuck with it, yeah.
He was selling them out of his car and shit too. So.
If people fuck with it, yeah, shit, I fuck with it too. People fuck with it, man. That's fucking crazy. $100 a pop. Hey, man, good for him, dude.
When I can get it at that Piff for free. Yeah, that's what's up.
LimeWire, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Someone would just fucking download that shit and just put up on LimeWire.
That stuff doesn't even exist anymore. LimeWire.
No, it doesn't exist. That
got cracked down.
We all
it's all
agree,
torrents.
Like, you know what? We're gonna stream.
We'll just pay $10 and avoid the government finding us.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Man, but yeah, crazy man. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. Fucking 31 years old, or 30 years old.
31, I think.
31. God, that
way too soon.
Man, he's doing good things, man. He's doing so much selfless things. I mean, damn, crazy.
How about the Jesse Smollett?
I mean, I heard he might be going back to Power or
Empire. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
and he also beat the case too.
Yeah, well, I don't know fucking how, dude. I don't know how. I mean, I guess good for you then, man. I mean, half America hates you right now. All of Chicago hates you.
All of it, yeah.
All of Chicago.
Even those two people that you staged.
Dude, everyone.
He claimed to be like they were racist or something like that. Didn't he say like something like that? That they were like racist and that's why they wanted to beat him up and kill him or something like that? Or they, I don't know. It's all very pointless and dumb. But
for sure, let me just check some real quick here.
Yeah, do it. Besides that, how was your birthday, man? Like, you do anything fun and exciting?
My bad. Just want to make sure everything's going good, dude. Yeah, no. Everything went well, dude. Everything was fun. Like I said, yesterday, bro. I got to Ramon's at 10:15. We started downing drinks, rum and coke, 2 lines, bro. We just started fucking downing drinks. We killed a whole bottle. Not a crazy bottle, not a handle, but we killed a bottle. We killed a bottle between me and him.
I would have done that by myself, but
you know what I'm saying? We were feeling good, dude. We had a good podcast last night. It was fucking hilarious. It's a good time, dude.
A lot of mumbling and a lot of rambling.
I think a little, yeah, for sure. I think a little bit more mumbling and a little bit more rambling than usual.
Definitely a podcast I'm gonna skip out this week.
After we went to get some food.
Where'd you guys go and eat?
Just Subway afterwards after the podcast. We went separate ways. Had to get ready for work, or he had to go take a nap. I went home.
Did he go to work?
Yeah, he went to work. Later. I came home, did a little bit of work, and then took a fat fucking nap, dude. I took a fat fucking nap.
How fat was it? Like,
Oh, dude,
how
it's
many
like
pounds?
Hour and a half.
Oh, that's
Hour
a good
and half
nap.
Fat nap, dude.
I wouldn't have gotten up. I would have been like, fuck the world. I'm going to bed. I'm going to stay here till tomorrow.
I knew one of my friends would go come pick me up for dinner. I'm like, fuck. At a point, I'm like, shit, do I really want to go? Or do I just stay home? But I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. It's my birthday. Let's go, man.
I should get it.
So, I say, fuck it. Let's go. I should get it. I had a good time. A couple drinks. Had some good food. I haven't seen her in a while, so it's good to kind of catch up with her. Came home.
Went to bed.
Literally, yeah. I went to fucking bed. I went to bed like around 1. I was just in my bed, just kind of looking at social media and stuff. I woke up at I kept waking up throughout the night.
Oh yeah.
But I woke up at 4:30. I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of just like I'm awake.
I'm depressed.
I'm not that far, bro. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna get up. So I got up, did stuff with the podcast. Went to the gym. Now I'm here, dude. Had some good breakfast, chilling.
You definitely started the day off right, I guess.
It was good, man. It was good.
Or the new lap. We're just running laps now.
Yes, sir.
Life is just nothing but a lap.
No, man. 27 years, man. 27 years of fucking life, man. It's
How was like the whole 26? Like, would you say it treated you well? Did you do the shit that you wanted to do?
For the most part, I accomplished a lot of things. Financially, we could have done definitely a lot better. But just overall, I've achieved some goals. I've taken some risks. Risks haven't been all paid off last year, for 26. But I mean, fuck, I'm still here, still cruising, man. But 27, let's just get in a better schedule, be a little bit more disciplined, and go from there, man.
You doing things with a different mindset, different motivation?
I'm trying, yeah, for sure. I was like, I have to. Like, it's not like it's a need now, man, because I don't want to keep feeling stagnant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've like I said, I've hit my goals, and slowly but surely. But yeah, man, I'm 27. I just want to definitely a year to really focus on me, really focus on what I want to do. Being that creative person that I'm now trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I was more of a, I want to say a creative type. I've never been a creative type. I've always been, how could I say it? I've always been more of business aspect, more than creative aspect. But now a creative side has really came out from the business aspect, man. Like with the whole
like, what do you mean by that?
Like creative, I gotta create stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, now I'm creating content, podcasts, gaming, other plans I have coming up to the future. That's me being creative now. That's me showing my creative side that once I did not have or didn't have desire to show. I was always, let's say, back in the day where I had pyro. That's the business aspect of the music industry of EDM. I was doing shows. I wasn't the DJ. I wasn't the producer, making the beat stuff. But I was the guy setting everything up together. Now I'm being the creative. Now I'm no longer... Well, I'm still the business guy, but now I'm just trying to create stuff. Gotcha. As a DJ would create a mix, or a producer would create a beat, or a song, or something like that. So, just trying to keep creating, keep moving forward, but definitely something I want to try this year is definitely want to try shrooms then, because I heard that enhances your creativity, and I could definitely use that.
You have to take a certain amount.
Oh, for sure, no, for sure.
There's a specific amount of psilocybin you have to.
Yeah, we talked about it before. Yeah. I'll start slow because I'm not good at marijuana. I'm not good at weed at all, as you guys know.
How about coke, dude?
No, none of that shit, dude. But mushrooms, Mushrooms, I would try, man, just to bring out more of the creativity side that I struggle to bring out. So, but yeah, man.
You should try Molly too.
Nah, see, that doesn't really excite me, dude. It's just what you just drain your fucking serotonin.
It's the same aspect of just doing shrooms too.
You think so? Mm-hmm. But shrooms is definitely much safer than MDMA. Shrooms is 100 times safer.
No, Molly isn't MDMA.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, it is. But no, there's how can I put it? Molly has been used in like Europe as like an antidepressant too.
Now they're doing that up in Europe?
They've been doing
They've been doing it? Maybe a certain dosage. Definitely not the high dosage is probably rolling around right now.
Well, yeah, like that would be microdosing too.
Shit. I mean, I'm up to the idea of microdosing. I like the idea of microdosing.
You just have to have like
But the only problem is
a set limit.
Yeah. The only problem is finding the actual pure stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of bunk shit out there. A lot of shit that can harm you, dude. Regardless if you do a microdosing or not. But yeah, shrooms for sure would be the one thing I want to try this year. And then from there, if I like it, bring on fucking DMT, damn it.
That's a lot harder to find.
Jesus.
It's only a 15-minute trip.
Hey, man. I heard it feels like weeks.
It does.
What's the crazy part? That's the only thing, like, man.
People say they're out for like 15 minutes when it's a good one. And they see everything. Like they see that how the world is created, destroyed, and everything. They have a conversation with Jesus, and then
or whoever that God is, yeah.
Whoever they believe is God.
Because Jesus is just a messenger.
Yeah.
But God is God.
God is whoever you think it is, and like a lot of people have told me that, like people that have done it, like I guess multiple times or at least twice, they've said like both experiences have been pretty similar, but also very different too. I guess the same aspect and mindset, like feeling wise. But just who they talk to and what they see in these visions, I believe they call them, is completely different.
God damn.
Yeah.
Seems so interesting, man.
Have you ever seen a documentary on Netflix, Chelsea?
Molecule?
No, I don't think that's it.
Spirit Molecule is also on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
DMT.
No, it's Chelsea Handler. Do you know who Chelsea Handler is?
Yeah, comedian? No.
She's a talk show host, but she talks a lot of shit.
Okay.
She's famous for talking a lot of shit.
Okay.
But she has a documentary series. It's a 5-episode thing, and there's different aspects to it. But in one of the episodes, she goes down to, I think it's Colombia or Brazil, and meets a shaman, and they do a ayahuasca. So ayahuasca is like a different form of DMT.
Isn't it stronger? More potent?
It's more potent. Yeah, but I guess in this ayahuasca, if you don't take the right amount, you get really sick. Or if you... So basically, you're going to have... Like, this thing... Like, it's so weird. You have a mental breakdown. It's a horrible trip. But once you're out of it, you are so refreshed. Everything just, like... Everything that's ever bothered you, like, mentally and stuff like that, you face it. Like, it's the weirdest thing. You fight it. You fight it. You fight your demons in this ayahuasca trip. And then right after it, like, they said, like, right after it, like, you'll get sick. And then the next day, you'll still feel sick. But, like, you feel better overall. Like a lot of people have, like, fought depression out of it. There's also another movie in Netflix called The Last Shaman, where it's, like, this one guy, his father is, like, a... psychiatrist, like a top dog psychiatrist in Harvard. His mother's a nurse, I believe, in a psych ward or something like that. And their son eventually gets he was a happy, and then like I think a breakup with like some girlfriend or something like that he was about to marry, that went to shit, and he just became super depressed, like on the spectrum of depressed. Like he was up there. He was going through like Harvard made him go through like shock therapy, a different bunch of medications, different type of therapies, a bunch of stuff, and he was admitted to the psych ward, and he actually ended up eloping from the psych ward, grabbing a ticket and flying his ass out to I think Brazil, somewhere in South America. But on the trip he still had his medications, his antidepressants and all that stuff, and he was just going. He went to 3 different shamans. One was an American guy that basically just used them to like build his hut or whatever, and he's like, oh, I can't help you no more. And then the next guy just used them for money, and the third guy didn't charge him a penny. But it was the craziest thing because he showed him like you have to like harvest these plants and you have to like detox. So like he did I think 30 days or 60 days, and like basically in a shed type of thing like this size, where he was just left in solitude, only to like go find these plants, make this tea, and like literally detox. He lost like maybe 100 pounds during it, but like towards the end, after he detoxed, he went to try the ayahuasca that the shaman Pepe made, and he said that he did it several times, and like that helped him like out of his depression.
Well, shit, dude.
And then he came back to the States, and he was like, yes, I'm still depressed, but it's not to the same severity of like what I used to be, and he was like saying like, yeah, I'm working, I spend more time outside, like just out in nature, and I'm a lot more happier. I'm still depressed, but I'm just doing a lot better. Mm-hmm. And that was just like one guy leaving the States and going and doing this. I feel like these type of like drugs, it's even known like on like even for Molly or like LSD or something like that. It's been known that these at small dosages or at the right dosages,
helps with depression and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a mental reset.
Yeah, yeah.
You come into access with a lot of like, I guess what they say love is, or emotion like that.
Yeah.
And then
it's called that chemical that you feel love. It's called
ecstasy.
You know, ecstasy?
Ecstasy is the love molecule.
I was thinking it's like oxy.
Are you talking about Oxycontin?
No, not Oxycontin. I know it's a drug, bro. What the fuck is it called?
But yeah, you feel an excess of like a love and appreciation, and you just want to give it out. That's why like certain people, like when they're on the substances, they'll be more
oxytocin.
Oxytocin?
Oxytocin, that's the love molecule.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was ecstasy.
Good
but
try,
we could. But no, like I've always heard that they just feel a lot more love and appreciation when they microdose. They also feel like a mental like reset with them.
Well, they're doing that with LSD now, or they're doing that with LSD. They're doing it with ketamine also.
Ketamine's like a horse tranquilizer, though.
They're working with ketamine, bro.
That's just crazy.
If it works, it works, man. I'm not mad at it, dude.
But still, man.
Well,
it's not designed for humans at the end of the day.
They'll probably figure something out, dude. You know
some people use the actual like horse tranquilizer shit.
Well, all the EDM community, huge chunk of the EDM community, they're fucking highs off their fucking balls off that shit.
But like, you ever notice that those people that like, even if they used to be hardcore ravers back in the day, like say like 5 years ago, now they're like more, they're happy, like they're more content in a way. I feel like
for sure,
like just compare them to like people that only stuck to really hardcore drinking alcohol and like smoking cigarettes. Those EDM people that went out and like popped Molly or tried that LSD on the raves, I feel like they're more happy now. Like nowadays, like if it was like from a span from like 20 to like 27, I feel like these 27-year-olds now are a lot more happier than they were in their early 20s. I don't know why. I feel like a lot of it like also sees it as like a lot of spirituality.
We call those guys wokes.
We call those guys wokes.
Wokes, straight up wokes, bro. I mean, well, a typical woke in the EDM community, he's dirty. He's always asking to borrow shit. He's always doing the hardest drugs possible.
He seems pretty happy to me, bro.
For sure, probably. He doesn't have a home. Always just traveling, moving place to place.
But you have to be in a good mindset to like.
It's a different mindset.
It's a different mindset, but you have to be in a good mindset though.
Those are modern day hippies, bro. Modern day hippies. That's all.
And I guess in a way, yeah.
Yeah, they're modern day hippies. That's all. We've had hippies for the longest, man. Mm-hmm. That's just the fucking 60s. Or what's the 70s?
60s.
What's the 60s? Rock and roll, drugs, and fucking
LSD.
Yeah.
That's when that shit came out.
So I mean, that's what you got right now. So too, dude, modern day fucking hippies.
But did you know like
that love bass music?
They do, but the whole aspect of I guess LSD and ecstasy was it was introduced in the Catholic Church like back in like the 50s or
LSD.
Mm-hmm. Their reasoning for it to give it to people was the fact that it's the anti-gay serum.
Ah.
Or if like there was a suspicion of someone being gay, they would feed it, like give it to them, drug them basically, and that would like basically
microdosing, or we're talking about like
a
dose.
I think it was a dose. Because this guy like he later ended up leaving because he was a priest.
Where is this at? Where did
it was in the United States, I think.
West Coast, East Coast.
I'm not too sure. I think it was in the United States, or if not in like Europe. But I want to say it was in the United States, like in the 40s, I believe. Okay. It was very, I don't know, like the guy was feeding his ministry, like I guess you know how like they give out the wine and then like the communion. He was putting in the wine, I think, and everyone was having it.
Damn.
But and then
trying to party
basically, and then he was using it as an anti-gay serum and like the mainly as like in the whole entire church.
Did it work?
I don't think so. But
my
no,
God,
did you hear about that article about this? I think it was an Enterprise employee. It was like one of his. He was like newer on.
Yeah,
they were there, and like he was putting LSD in people's like coffees.
Oh yeah, because they're being bitches or something. Like
yeah,
that.
like they're all like prudes and stuff like that. And he wanted to feel them all. Like, can you just fucking imagine being at work and just feeling
also,
like
mind blown?
What the fuck?
Is that what LSD feels like, bro?
I don't know. I've never tried LSD.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know, but I would just imagine like the report said like people were feeling dizzy and shaky. So I don't know. But like, just imagine that, like
if you, I feel like if you used to do drugs, you would like know, like, okay, I'm kind of high, but I don't know why I'm high.
It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, what did I take? And then you go through the whole list of your day, like, I didn't take anything.
Yeah.
And then shit.
All I took is a multivitamin.
Yeah, shit, dude.
And my biotin for my hair. But
what's the one drug that stays in your body for a while and you can have like fucking trips? I don't know, like you crack a bone or.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I was about to say.
I think it's LSD because I always heard like some hockey players, if they've done it like a long time ago, they'll like get checked against the board or they'll break their back or some shit like that, and then all of a sudden they'll have like a trip on the fucking ice and shit. I don't know if it's true or not, but like I think
I've never heard it before though. Like
I've heard of that too.
Like a pocket in your back, or something like pops
something like that.
Like you have a trip.
Yeah, it's Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy would talk about it, and he was like saying, like, I guess his whole joke in this whole stand-up was like, am I really here, or am I butt-ass naked in the county lockup? Because he didn't know, because I think he was talking about acid, because he was saying, like, this could all be a simulation and an illusion, and I'm literally just geeked the fuck out on my fucking couch as a 17-year-old, but I lived 50 years of my life here. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? This could be all a simulation, and we're just going to wake up tomorrow or in a few hours, in a few minutes, and just be like, oh,
hey. And you're 12 or you're 21, you're 35. Like,
you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't fucking know, dude. God damn. Crazy, bro. But yeah, dude. I'll definitely like try mushrooms.
I wouldn't mind it. I would like to see what it is. What's it about?
I'll try mushrooms.
Microdose on that shit.
Yeah, dude. Hella microdose, man. But yeah.
Listen to like some music. Because people have always told me, like, if you ever do it, pick one good album that you're a fan of and just listen to it. And just, like, sit and relax and just focus on the music.
That's hard. One good album, dude. You know which album I'm thinking about right now?
Mine would probably be Man on the Moon. Like Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon, too.
I was thinking, Watch the Throne. That's the
a
first
good
album
one.
that popped in my head. That's, at the time being, was one of my favorite albums.
It's a good album.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Deluxe version.
With Aziz Ansari in the fucking music video. What the fuck was he doing in Otis?
Was it an Otis?
That's an Otis, bro.
In the music video?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Like they're like, you know how like they're driving and they have like that.
Well, he has a little bit off of that, bro.
Yeah, he does. He does have a bit. He's like,
a bit off of that.
Aziz Ansari doesn't even know how the hell he got pulled up on there.
No,
I think they were like, I think he was doing a set. They saw him and they invited him like, oh, come over and do this. To party with us, and
then all he did was play legitly
himself.
His music, his music. Dude, this song's the shit. Like, wait for the beat. Yeah, I remember that.
And then, like, I guess they were like up partying all night, and then the next day they filmed it, and they're like, "Come on!" And then he's like, "I don't even know what I was doing. They just brought me. They said we're going to lunch or brunch or some shit like that." I was like, "All right, cool."
That's awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
Oh man,
he's another person I wouldn't mind seeing stand up with.
Oh, Aziz for sure, dude. I don't know. After that whole
I think the whole
Me Too little scandal he had, not even really a Me Too scandal. It's more like it was just a bad date for the girl. Apparently. He hasn't been talked about as much as he was before.
Well, he wasn't really talked about in the beginning.
Well,
really
it
think
was
about
Parks and Recs, and then he showed with Netflix.
Yeah.
And then after that, not a lot has been talked about him.
He's still doing stand up though.
For sure.
Because I still get notifications in my email.
Yeah.
And he was gonna do a pop up show in Chicago, and like they're like, "Oh, enter now," and I did, and I never got anything. I was very butthurt about that. It's like I could have seen Aziz Ansari in a pop up show.
Dude, hilarious motherfucker.
Yeah, he's funny. I don't know. I feel like the same with Louis
C.K.
Louis C.K. He hasn't really been he's been name dropped. I know that
after his little scandal for sure.
But his was legit though.
He asked women for permission. I know people like doesn't matter. Some people say it's bad, some people say it's good.
But if you, I'm gonna like get a little grungy on this, but like if you really think about it, you're doing your thing with the chick and you pull out and then you like, what's the difference? No, what's the difference?
He asked permission, and some girls said yes, and some girls say no. Mm-hmm. And the girls are saying no. He'd be like, all right, cool, I'll put it back in. All right, or I won't even take it out. That's what I'm saying. I won't even take it out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean.
Even in the show Louis, have you ever seen it on Netflix? I think it's on Netflix.
I think I've seen 1 or 2 episodes.
He has like 1 or 2 episodes where he talks about it. No? Talks about it, yeah. Like I guess he was like TSA. It was like, what is this bottle of? And it's like it's lube. It's like why? Why do you have lube on the plane? You know you can't carry more than 3.5 ounces of mouse in that. It's like because I don't like using lotion.
But yeah, that fucked him. But he still when he has shows. He's selling out.
Yeah.
He's selling fucking out, dude.
He's still doing shows, though.
People love him. People like a lot of people think that he got fucked. That he really got fucked.
I think it did hurt his reputation.
That's like that was like I feel like that was the beginning of the Me Too movement. That it just and his situation.
I feel like that's like what really like solidified and hit the nail, the hammer on top of the nail or whatever. Because like I think before that it was a Harvey Weinstein, and then once they heard Louis C.K.'s, then it was like, boom, this thing's for real. And then literally like what, not even a month later, Aziz Ansari, he's like, no, this shit's real. This shit's happening out here.
But between Weinstein and C.K., Louis C.K., well, C.K. asked for permission. The guy
Weinstein used his power.
Even though yes, Louis C.K. used his power, but he still asked for permission. It was never by force.
Yeah.
So that's a big. That's different. It's a different case.
It is very different.
Like yeah, using power and taking advantage versus using power. But hey, I'm gonna ask for permission. But he wasn't really in power at that time either. He wasn't popular when he was doing that. He wasn't at that point in his career. He was nobody still.
Yeah, that is true.
But he was still asking for permission. So I don't know. Like
I don't know. Like once one allegation starts, the rest of them.
Yeah, going. for sure.
I mean, and it's kind of bogus because like this could have been like 10, 20 years ago, but yeah, people still want to dig up stuff.
Yeah, people want to.
Yeah, just like with the Kevin Hart thing, like they dug up tweets from 10, 12 years ago, and it's like putting them out now. Like no, of course
fucking Soul Plane was out and shit.
It's a different atmosphere, and plus he's aged. Like look at in the past like 2 years or 3 years, he's been in so many family oriented movies. Like, of course someone's gonna change. Of course someone's gonna like adapt. He's making movies for his family now.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not making movies for him. He's not doing.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube did the same shit too. He was gangster rap.
Gangster rap, dude.
Fuck Jerry, whatever his name was.
Jerry.
Fuck Jerry.
No Vaseline, baby.
No Vaseline. That was probably the hardest diss track ever.
No Vaseline.
And then it literally went to, what's it? Are we there yet?
Are we there yet? Yeah.
And Ride Along and all that other shit.
Well, he dropped the one song, Fuck the Police. No, Fuck Donald Trump, whatever.
No, that was YG.
Fuck Donald Trump?
Yeah, it's actually called Fuck.
No, okay, you're right. But Ice Cube actually dropped a different song.
Oh,
that talks about Trump.
Oh, okay,
shit.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, he actually dropped a track that impeached the president, this and that. But it goes hard. But yeah, we got Right Along. You got Jump Street or Jump 22.
No, 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Yeah.
I was about to say, is that a tracksuit? When can I get them Jump 21s?
21 Jump Street, whatever the fuck's called. Good movie, but yeah. But yeah, dude. I mean, he matured as a as a person, as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
He matured.
You have to, man. Like you have to. You're not always gonna be that same old thug guy with like kids running around and shit. Sure. Like, of course, you always want to do put a better situation for your kids.
I guess it's the same thing with Snoop Dogg and shit like that. You know? He matured. You have to mature, right?
He matured.
Doing fucking cooking shows with Martha Stewart.
He made a book with Martha Stewart.
Look at that shit, dude.
They both did a book on how to cook with edibles. Like
There you fucking go, dude.
There you go. Comes to show you that like you don't even have to quit the shit that you're doing.
No,
he's still a big old pot smoker doing his thing. He's loved by everyone. He has his own little podcast called the GGN Network.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
They use a green screen and like sometimes it'll be like a beach or like Los
Angeles. That's dope. All right.
And like he had Fluffy on there. If you ever watch one, watch the one with Fluffy, and then the one with Kathy Bates.
Okay.
You know who Kathy Bates is?
I've heard of her.
She has a show on Netflix about running a dispensary.
Okay.
And then she's also been in, like, obviously fucking movies and stuff like that throughout the years. But she's another good one. And there's a bunch of good ones on there, but, like, definitely look up the one with Fluffy.
Okay.
Even though they don't show him smoking, quote unquote, but like they green screen the joint, I think, on him, and he's like, and then he just passes it to Snoop Dogg and shit. So that's another good one.
The joint's wrapped in green, dude.
Something, bro. Like they
see the little fire.
They just see like a little smoke, just like moving around, and then when Snoop Dogg has it, you see a big old blunt and shit.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You see him like cashing out, like. And then like sometimes we'd be playing Mexican music on there, that's like dope. Corridos and shit. It's like this shit goes hard, bro. It's like I know it's about beheading or killing someone. He's like, fuck, I knew that shit was hard.
Tell me a little bit about podcasts, man. A couple days ago, I listened to Joey Diaz and Mike Tyson. Mm-hmm. Good fucking podcast, dude. Good fucking podcast.
Was he on Joey's or
on Joey's? Yeah, on the church. Of what's happening now. Good fucking episode, dude. Good fucking episode, man. Same thing. Just puffing away, talking about their life experiences and stuff like that, dude. That they really gang.
No, just finish up, dude.
Good fucking episode. I'm just gonna say that. We'll talk about it later. I know you got stuff you got to do, bro.
Yeah, I got.
I just said it, bro. I don't know. You got to show me. Just say it.
It's like I try to
life, bro.
Yo, bro, I gotta hit my 9 to 5 so I can fund this a little bit better. Sorry, I want to be discreet and not like you're like
bro. Just say it. Who gives a shit, dude?
All right, man. Yeah,
yo, guys, Ernesto, hit it, man. Where can we find you, dude?
Water Report 1 on Twitter. The Water Report on Instagram, Sneaking Snake 92 on Instagram, and King Diaz Live on Instagram.
Let's get it.
And you fuck with us, give us all a like.
Yes, subscribe on YouTube, support the show,
donate to our Cash App.
Yeah, donate.
With every dollar you get, you might get $5. Actually, you don't get shit, but we need money to fund this.
We'll send you a handwritten letter, bro.
Yeah, I'll send you a handwritten letter. Yeah, a thank you card. Yeah, I'll send my name onto it and everything. Put some stickers on it, like a smiley face sticker, and be like, "You the best.
You're the best. Hang on.
Hang on. You're almost there."
But guys, this is the Water Report, and so long.
Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.
Scoobity woobity. Best not bring your kids.